Hello, everybody. Listen, this is Miguel Nunez, FlyNubianKingTV.com. I want you guys to hit that thumbs up button. I want you guys to like this video. I want you to share this, and I want you to subscribe to this channel because this is where I'll be for a while. I want you guys to subscribe to FlyNubianKingTV.com. This is Miguel A. Nunez Jr. You guys know me as an actor. Joanna Man Life, Scooby-Doo, Friday the 13th, Harlem Nights, Sparks and Sparks, lots and lots and lots of films and TV. I started from eating out of the trash downtown LA, out of the streets, and running away to Hollywood to become an actor. That I did. Had a lot of life experiences. But the title of my topic tonight is, and I put an X-rated because I don't know. I want you to share this video, but this might not be one for kids because I'm going to do some cursing tonight. I don't like cursing. Well, it's not cursing, it's called foul language. The Bible defines cursing as talking down and negative to people. Cursing, these are man-made words, but they are foul language, which I'll probably use some tonight, but I'll try to refrain. But the reason I want to talk to you guys about this is because I am so tired of hearing people talking about the freaking black agenda. The freaking black agenda. The black agenda don't mean shit. Now, I'm going to keep going and elaborate on it, but I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit and let more people dig in on this. The black agenda don't mean shit. I hope this doesn't hurt you, and I hope this doesn't discourage you, but the black agenda don't mean shit. You know why? Because I look around at everybody with the black agenda. We got to get a black agenda, and what they're concentrated on is the black agenda and who is going to be the best person to put in that office that's going to help us get our black agenda across and out and into what we want into society. And we are so concentrated on which one of these politicians is going to do it. And black agenda don't mean shit if you are concentrating your black agenda on who is going to be the person that is going to be in office that's going to be the best person to help you with your so-called black agenda. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are not, and the black agenda is not going to be up against a freaking who. It doesn't matter who the fuck is in office. The black agenda will mean nothing. The black agenda will mean absolutely nothing. Because the black agenda, to get the black agenda, it's going to take some breaking down and breaking through. Not who, but an institution. We had a black fucking president. What black agenda did we get accomplished? What black agenda we get accomplished? I'm talking to you, all of you. Okay? It doesn't matter who. We are not up against a who. A black agenda. We so concentrated on who. And what the black agenda is, let me explain something to you. The black agenda is not going to go up against any freaking who. Any black politician, any white politician, this politician, this politician feel like he said this politician, he feel like I think he believes it. I think he want to get us some reparations. I think this one want to do this. And this, to me right now, I'm voting for Elizabeth Warren, period. I heard her one time and I'm hooked. That's who I'm voting for. I'm voting for Elizabeth Warren. It's out there. I don't give a damn what you or anybody else think. That's who I'm voting for. Okay, now. Right now. But the black agenda, and everybody's talking about who. It is an institution. You got to remember, this thing has been in place for so long. And I don't give a damn who you put in there. The racism, the barriers that break down any form of black agenda has been firmly implanted in American society and American politics and the whole fiber of America since its inception, since they were slaves. It is an institution that will never be broke down by any one person. I don't give a damn if it's Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, I don't care, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, you can say, I want to get the person who's best, blah, 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 blah. I think the only way to possibly ever get any form of black agenda done, accomplished, then you have to do one thing. You have to do the same thing. Now you got to remember, let me move my chair. You got to remember, it is an institution that we are up against and not a person sitting in anybody's office. We had a black president, so I don't give a damn what you say about Camilla and Corey and anybody else. We had a black president and nothing happened. And the same thing is going to happen now because all your black agenda don't mean shit to establish racist establishment, a system that has been in place and that is still being guarded by old rubber-faced people like Mitch McConnell and all of those racist ass, old ass white men in Congress that have no business still in office. They're dinosaurs, so out of touch with the people. And you think for 1 second, anybody that get in there because you went to them and said, this is our black agenda. You know what I'm saying? This is our black agenda, dog. This is our black agenda. You think they can go in there and say, okay, listen, white men. Yeah, what do you want to call? Well, this is what the black people agenda is. Okay, that's what the black people agenda is, and I'm the president, I don't do the black people agenda. Do you think for 1 single second those white men are going to do that? It's not going to happen. So let me tell you how we are going to attack, and the only way you can win. Now I'm going to give you an example. Now, how are we going to win? Listen. And this is the same way we win on every aspect of whatever it is that we need. The only black agenda we should have is to form some kind of united union, the Black United Union. Ooh, I like that. Dr. Boyce, I want you to register that under me and your name. Okay, please, the Black United Union. Please, blackunitedunion.com. And I want everybody to join the blackunitedunion.com. Join it. Once we got millions of people strong, here's what the black agenda has to be. Because you got to remember, we're going up against an institution that's been in place for so long. So now the only way that you can tap that institution is it's just like a tumor. That institution, that racism institution is a tumor, a cancer on the structure and the society of America that allows everybody to have an equal opportunity. It is a tumor on the society of America that will allow everyone to have an equal opportunity. And the only way you can do that is if you got to remove that tumor, because remember, a tumor sucks the blood from various organs in the body. And that's how it lives. And that's what the old racist establishment has become to the United States. It's a tumor, and it just sucks the blood out of wherever it's supposed to really go, into the places it's not supposed to go. And this is how you got to attack them the same way you attack a tumor. This is what you got to do. You got to kill them motherfuckers at the source. You got to choke off their blood supply. You have to choke off their energy supply. Now, here's how you do that. Now, you got some black agenda. I got some black agendas. Now, instead of me trying to worry about who, this is what we got to do. We got to look at politicians, all of them that are in office now. All of the politicians that are in office now, you got to start looking, not spend your time wasting about who, which I think is important, but it doesn't take a long time to do that, to know who you like and who that. I've listened to Elizabeth Warren already, and I think she fills every void of everything I need. I don't give a damn about anybody else. I don't even care who else runs. My daddy could run, I wouldn't vote for him. I don't care. I'm voting for Elizabeth Warren. So it doesn't take a long time, and again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So once we got our black agenda down, once we got the real black agenda down, and we are together, unified, and not scattered all over the damn place, talking, yeah, my black agenda this, my black agenda that, your black agenda this, hey, what your black agenda is? Okay, once we get rid of all of that, and once we know the black agenda, here's what you do. You got to attack the tumor that has been keeping the agenda of blacks, the same agenda that black people have now, has been around for a while. The same black agenda we have now, they've been having for a while. Because if it's here now, that means it was here. And if it was here now, that means it was here. And if it was here, that means it was here over here. It's the same agenda. But it hasn't been getting done. And you know why? Because that tumor, we have done nothing to get rid of the tumor. And the tumor is what's sucking the blood and keeping the energy flow from reaching the blacks, poor, and the minority. Because it's up here sucking out by all the 1%. So here's what we got to do. We got to cut off the flow. All of these senators, congressmen who are beholden more to lobbyists, big business, big oil, pharmaceutical. We have to find out who these motherfuckers are. You have to find out who has not stood for anything on a black agenda we may have in the past. Look at legislation. Until we start doing that, we're never going to get anything accomplished. Once we start to identify the politicians and identify what associations, what companies are funding their campaigns, what associations that they are with, then we start to boycott. Then we start to boycott because the biggest thing they need. Now, here's the thing. We see these politicians who are so corrupt, and we want them to do this 1, 2, and 3 for the black agenda. And they meet, well, those are good things, 1, 2, and 3. Those are real good things. Yeah, I'll look into it. Thank you, Mr. Blackman. And you leave, and now one of the lobbyists come in and go, hey, who's that? Oh yeah, there's some black people, and they got some good points. They just want these 3 things. And the lobbyists look at it and go, ho, hell no. If we do that one, we're going to lose money. If we do that one, we're going to lose money. And if we do that one, we lose money. No, I can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, I got to do something. No, look, if you do that, you ain't get no more money from me. No, the black people, they've been getting along with it fine for this long, so let it stay. And that's what happens. The lobbyists come in and offer them money. So here's what we do. We find out who these guys are, what companies that are funding these politicians who are shooting down legislation that has anything to do with any form of black agenda or anything that we may have in our black agenda or on our black agenda or in mind for our black agenda. All of these politicians are funded by different corporations. Most of the corporations who are funding these particular politicians, these racist ones, are racist corporations. But they don't give a damn because all of you still out there buying this shit. We have to start choking off their fuel. We have to start saying, okay, who's backing this congressman who just said no to something on the black agenda? Once we find out them, now you got to remember these corporations have subsidiaries. They may be a part of Kraft, they may be a part of this, they may be a part of that, they may be a part of this corporation. So now as black folks united, we start to boycott those. Once this guy starts saying, hey, shit, wait, hey, my money getting low. Then he gonna go back to the politics. Hey, listen, what those 3 things them black people wanted? What was it? Well, they wanted 1, 2, and 3. Well, my money drying up, so why don't you go ahead and give them 2? Keep 1. Because whatever happens, once you start to cut off the flow of the money from these and get into their pockets, then you will get change. They don't give a damn how much you shout. They don't give a how much you yell, but they care about the money. Follow the money trail. Period. The black agenda is not going to mean shit. They don't give a damn how much you sit out there and wonder about who you vote for and spend all your time talking about who you're going to vote for and all of that stuff because they know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the lobbyists and the business and corporations who are backing the politicians who have stymied any further progress for any form of black agenda. Because as long as they are still there and they're still in place, it's not even going to matter what kind of agenda you have. They're not going to change it. It's an institution. You are not up against a man. You're against principalities of evil and racism that have been in place for so long, and that's why they don't have term limits. They stay in there. That's why they don't have term limits, so they can stay in there and protect their own ass until the statute of limitations are over on any crimes they may have committed while they were in office. That's why they don't have term limits. But we don't care. We're just the peons. We're the ones you're just the little ones in the bottom that they drop the crumbs to. You're not supposed to care about this. You're not supposed to know about this. You're not supposed to worry about this. You're supposed to be worried about who Cardi B sleeping with. You're supposed to be worried about what Cardi B coochie smell like. You're supposed to be worried about her and Offset. You're supposed to be worried about Black China and her baby. You're supposed to be worried about the Kardashians. You're supposed to be worried about how many likes you got. You're supposed to be worried about how many followers you got. And you're so blind. And you're supposed to be worried about which candidate you're going to pick. You have to realize everything in this country is dependent upon the money. If you follow the money trail, follow the money trail. And if you cut off the flow of the money to the corporations that are funding these crooked politicians, that are funding politicians that, listen to me, some of the stuff that you've been always praying about, wanting about, bitching about your government not providing for you and not being there for you, some of those things, you are actually out contributing to that. by buying the products that the corporations are selling, who's paying the money to the politicians to keep from passing legislation that helps you. So when you're out buying that shit, that's where they're getting the money to pay the crooked politicians not to do what you want to do. They're getting it from your ass, your dumb ass. They're getting the money from your dumb ass to keep your dumb ass from ever prospering, being successful, or making it, or any form of black agenda you could possibly want. And you're helping them. You don't even know what corporations are connected to the shit you out there buying. You don't even know what their association to with Mr. Trumpanzee. You don't even know what their connection with is to the racism, the racist, these politicians who say hell no to everything and anything black. And you out there buying all that shit. They're getting the money to pay these politicians from you. If there is a black agenda, it should be to identify all corporate donors to the politicians. Find out all politicians and this is your black agenda. Find out what politicians had voted against legislation for all the things that you already got on your little stupid black agenda. And whatever black agenda you got, look at the politicians. My black agenda is to break down the barriers of racism. Because like I said again, to me, it don't matter who's in office. They're not going to be able, we're not battling a person, we're battling an institution of racism that's been there in place for so long. And until we realize the fact that we are battling an institution, we are fighting the wrong fight. And you can never win anything if you're fighting the wrong fight. That's some heavy shit. You'll never win anything if you're fighting the wrong fight. You walk out there, he got 2 guns, and you got a little knife. You're not going to win. And that is exactly what you're doing. You ready, man? You ain't telling your friend, you go vote for. Camilla, you go over there? I don't know who I'm vote for. I know what, I need a black agenda. What my black agenda going to be? New shoes. What's your black agenda going to be? It makes no sense. It's just that ridiculous to me. Because you don't really understand. You have to understand. Obama was there. What the fuck? You had a man who wanted change. Change. It's time for change. We ain't get shit. We ain't get no change. We got nothing, yo. Because everybody is concentrating on the wrong fight. If you got to get them where the money, you got to get them in the pocketbooks. These corporations don't give a damn what you say. They don't give a damn if you walk out in the street posted. Because you know what I'm saying? They don't even care if you walk around the street telling don't buy this, don't buy that. When you done bought the damn, when the sign you had got in your hand was bought from their store. When the ink shit you wrote on there, you bought from one of their stores. All the shit you out there protesting with, your dumb ass don't even know you bought that from them. What about being smart? What about looking up these corporations? What? It's easy to find out which congressman, which senator vote against everything black. That's easy. Then find out who supports them. That's easy. And then we start to go up at these corporations. You start going out there, I'm not going to buy Gucci. Fuck does that mean with this 375,000 other black folks buying Gucci? What that's going to mean? What is that going to mean? We have to be together. A few people are not going to do it. Now, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Because I think we're so lazy. I think we're full of shit. And I'll give you an example. Somebody was talking the other day about how, I'm going to give you an example. First of all, you are watching FlyNubianKingTV.com, FlyNubianKingTV.com. My name is Miguel Nunez. I want you to like this video. I want you to hit this video. I want you to share this video. And make sure you subscribe to FlyNubianKingTV.com. Hold on a second. All right, hold on. I drink coffee all day. All right, so where was I? Anybody tell me where I was? Because I totally forgot. So anyway, I'll give you an example. I was watching the other day, and this really pisses me off. And this is a prime example how I think black folks are so bamboozled, so hoodwinked, and I think we're more talky, want to, but don't have a freaking clue. I'll give you an example. I was watching someone the other day talking about there was a black guy or somebody who was in prison. He was in prison for so long Rikers Island somewhere so long without even being charged. And they were up in arms about how this black man could be in prison for so long and he not even be charged, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know me? Shut the fuck up. Because the only reason that man was in jail that long is because of black folks. The only reason that man was in jail that long is because of black folks. You say, I've heard lots and lots of times that we got too many liquor stores in black neighborhoods. Well, I tell you, the only reason we have too many liquor stores in black neighborhoods is because of black folks. It's because of us. Period. And I'm going to break it down to your ass right now. I'm going to give you an example. First one. The guy who's been in prison, who everybody's complaining, this black guy been in prison for so long, wasn't even charged. Okay, shut up and kiss my ass. And shut up and kiss my ass. It's your fault. It's your fault. Because if your ass knew, I didn't know. I guarantee you, you give me 1 fucking month, I'd have had his ass out of jail. Black folks will get on the fucking phone and talk and tweet and do all of that and talk and tweet and talk and tweet and about it now. You tell me this. I dare you. If 5 motherfucking black folks would have sat out there in front of that prison and said, we're not, and held arms, and said, we're not going to eat, and we're going to go on a hunger strike until he's released, okay? And then how I would have done next, I would have had 5 more out there the next fucking week. And then there's 10 people out there. And then I would have had some press go out there. And the next thing you know, you got 10, 15, 20 black folks sitting out front of this prison talking about we're not going to eat until this man is released. And then you got the press out there. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? You're going to bring so much attention to this that they're going to have to let him out. And he wouldn't have been in there so long. But black folks didn't do shit. They didn't do shit but sit around and talk about it. I didn't even hear about the shit. It's in the newspaper down there. Yeah, black folks coming here. They kept that black man in there this long. And they kept his ass in there this long. But why wasn't your ass tweeting to everybody you knew about it? Why wasn't this a big ass tweet storm by black folks? Why wasn't this a big ass thing that caught on by fire? Why didn't we get out there and protest? Now you talk about there's too many liquor stores in your neighborhood. That's your fucking fault. I guarantee you, if I had a neighborhood, it would take me 3 months, and I would have all their ass out of there. Break it down to your ass right now. You got 5 liquor stores in your neighborhood. You only want 1. How about you get together all the black folks in your neighborhood that agrees with you? We're not going to buy from this thing. We're going to buy this one particular this one particular fucking store. A store can't survive on just alcoholics. That's your fat ass mom and dad is walking in there buying toothpaste, toilet paper, and all this. Your lazy ass going in there buying shit because you don't feel like walking 3 or 4 blocks down the street to the store that's designated. You got to come together. You got to do like they did during the civil rights era when they walked. When they said we ain't riding no buses, they walked for fucking years in the snow, in the 100-degree weather. They had people driving past and telling, we'll give you a ride. And they wouldn't do it because they was dedicated. They weren't lazy and sorry like we are. Now, you telling me I got 5 down there. Now, you got a brother down there. Now, I got a guy down there. Oh, I'm paying $20 an hour. I want you to stand. Excuse me. We're not shopping here. We're getting rid of some of these liquor stores. You go right down there, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to have a guy there with a car every day. He gets $20 an hour. Okay? He got to be there. That's why we got to get a membership so everybody can pay for this shit. And now he sits there with a car. You may have an old lady who can't walk 6 blocks. No problem, Miss Ma'am. Where do you live at? What's your address? Give me what you want. I'll have somebody bring it to you, or we'll give you a ride. You have to organize. You can run those liquor stores. Those liquor stores can't survive if they ain't got no money. You got to think about it. Liquor stores are cancer. Only the same way you get rid of any other cancer. You cut off the energy supply. The same way you get rid of politicians who don't want to support what you're doing. You cut their energy supply. They can't stay in office. They can't survive. They can't campaign without the funds. Think. Be smart. But you bamboozle, you hoodwink, you talk about shit. Oh, Lord, that man in jail this long? Oh, Lord, God, Lord. I ain't even know nothing about this shit until I heard y'all talking about it, but it pissed me off when I heard them talking about it because I'm like, why would there people out there protesting? That man's ass would have been out of jail if you in 1 month. If 5 people would have went out there and said, and locked hands and said, we're not going to eat until he gets a trial or something. Until he goes to court. After about 2 weeks, all they had to do is look like they were really bad and had somebody went out there give them water. Oh, no, these guys not going to make it. And made it look as bad as it was. Made it look worse than it was. And had some press come out there. Easy to get press on it. Once the press get out there, people are dying in front of this thing because they held this man here and he's been here for blank time. He hasn't been trial. Every fucking agency will get right on it because you brought attention to it. But what do? We don't do shit but tweet about it, blog about it. Too late. I don't know if he's out or what, but when I heard him, they were saying he had been in there for years. If he's been in there for years, it's our fault. I don't give a fuck what it did. I don't give a damn. It's our fault. If he was in there that long without being taken to trial, which is wrong, which was the case. It ain't our fault. He killed somebody, whatever the hell he was. I don't even know what it was. But they were saying he was been in jail this long without a trial. He ain't been in there. He ain't had a trial. That's wrong. They would never do nobody else being there this long. Well, he's in there without a trial that long because we didn't do shit about it. That's what I say. And the liquor stores in your neighborhood, if you don't get rid of them yourself, they deserve to be there. And I hope everybody in your damn neighborhood get drunk. I guarantee you, I'll give me 1 fucking month. I'll run it 3 months because I don't know how long it takes them to run out of money. But I guarantee you, I can get rid of every liquor store in my neighborhood that I don't want there. But we don't do anything about it. We just talk about it, bitch about it. 1, 2 people go down there. You can't do anything with 1 or 2 people. We got to get together. The black agenda should also be to come together to form. What the hell did I just say the name of this was? Blackunity.com. That's it. I got to write that shit down. And y'all don't forget my Instagram is mnunez. mnunezjr. mnunezjr. My Instagram. Facebook, Twitter is Miguel A. Nunez Jr. But my bottom line is this. I am tired of everybody talking about the black agenda and they're being so wrong about it. And that's what they want you to do. As long as you out there thinking about the wrong shit, and again, I'll say it again because it was powerful, fighting the wrong fight, you'll never win as long as you're in a fight and you don't know who you're fighting. You are in a fight and you don't realize where your enemy is. Right now, we don't even talk about the enemy. There is an enemy. There is an enemy to the black agenda. And the enemy to the black agenda is the system, the racist system in place. And no who or one person is going to ever get us out there. It's a cancer. It's a tumor that has been put in place years ago. It is growing, it is infested, and it's deep. And just like a tumor that has to be completely removed, and if you leave any of it in there, it's a chance that it may come back. And that's the same thing with politics. That's the reason they don't have term limits. We have got to have term limits. No man should be in there as long as these old ass dinosaurs who are so out of touch with reality, out of touch with the everyday Americans, and we do nothing but talk about them. It is a shame. It is a disgrace. These guys have no clue to what's going on in this future. They don't know. They don't care. They're only doing to protect themselves. You got to know the fight you're in, and the fight you're in is not about an agenda. Your fight is not going to be accomplished by deciding who is going to help you accomplish. It's not going to be a who. Your fight is going to only be won when you totally identify the problem, the who, exactly where that problem is, the who of that problem. Of the problem, not the who that's going to help you fix it, but the who of the problem. Once you find out, why didn't we have legislation like this before? Why haven't we had legislation? Then they're going to say, well, blank, blank, blank proposed it. Then, well, who opposed it? Republican, blank, 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 GOP, blank, 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 blah, 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 blah. Now we got to find out who supports those guys. And then it's easy to find out who supported them in their past elections, who supports them, blah, 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 blah. We got to start going after the corporations because let me explain to you right now. The corporations that are backing the foundation of the institutionalized racism are still here, and they are still the driving force for what's keeping everything the way it is. And they want it there. They want it there. Those corporate guys want it just like they're making so much money. They just draining the 1%. They're the drainer of the 1%. They want to keep their guns in everybody's hand. The NRA should be an outlawed terrorist organization, period. And it's not. But because they get too much money. They get too much money. I guarantee you, there's no, if I lived in a neighborhood with gun stores, I mean, I don't think there's, I don't want to live in a society without guns, but I'm sorry, it's just too crazy. So I'm not one of those. Even though I've never owned one and I never would, and I don't believe, and just so you're not mistaken, there's nowhere in the Constitution say where every person has a right to own a gun. that has been hijacked by the NRA. What they stopped there with a period, but there is no period there. It said every American had the right to bear arms. That's what the NRA puts a period there. The racists and the white folks and the Congress and government puts a period there, but there is no period there. It says everyone has a right to bear arms in the defense of the nation. And what that meant was, in case somebody comes in and tries to take over the nation, everybody has a right to bear arms in the defense of the nation, to form a militia in the defense of the nation. That's verbatim. Everyone has a right to bear arms to form a militia in the defense of the nation. It never said everybody had a right to bear arms. They never intended for everybody to run around with bearing arms, to have a fucking gun. They never intended that. It was so everybody had the right to bear arms in the formation of a militia. Read the entire text. There is no period everybody should bear arms. There is no period. And if you're out there with a gun and you're not part of a militia, then you don't have a right under the Constitution. That's the real truth. Now look it up your damn self. But that's what the NRA wants you to think. But, I don't give a damn. I think there should be strict regulations. I think that they're horrible that they even fight regulations. How would you even fight that a person with a criminal background can still go buy a gun? Because the NRA said so. We need to start to boycott every single person, restaurant, hotel, food, whatever the fuck they're associated with. If they're backing a politician who don't back things that you want in your community, don't be selfish, your family, but it has to be everybody's family and the community. If it's not these things, then you have a right to boycott. And listen to me, you got to suffer. Think about it. We made our greatest accomplishments during the civil rights era. And those people got their asses whooped. They took sacrifices. They knew they were going to get their asses whooped, but they still went out there and did it. What we do, we sit on our asses and do nothing but tweet and stuff afterwards. Well, anyway, my bottom line is the black agenda is not going to mean shit because you are fighting the wrong fight against the wrong enemy. And the enemy, you're looking for who that's going to help you get this. And it's not a who, it's a what. And the what is an institution that's been set up and guarded by old racist politicians who are just sticking around long enough so they cannot be charged for any of their crimes. They want to be able to stay in office long enough to pass any statute of liberty that may have happened, anything they've done. We are young. You are young. I'm old. You are young. The future belongs to you, but you have to fight the right fights. You have to fight the smart fights. Young people, listen to me. Study your politicians. Study your politicians. Study who supports the politician and the politicians who are against the things that you want. Those are the people you need to find out. Find out what corporations are supporting those politicians and what affiliations with what other companies that they are behind that you may be buying something from that you can stop buying from, and start supporting the corporations who support the people that do stand behind some of the things that you do and want and need and expect and on your agenda. That's the key. Just what you got to do. You got to support those businesses that support the people that support. Now, some of these guys, they'll give some to both parties, but you got to look at their record. If I give $20,000, $80,000, or $100,000 to the Democrats over 6 years, but it's $18 million to the Republicans, that don't mean I'm donating to both. So you got to be smart. And until we are smart, until you are smart, you're never going to make a difference. You're going to just be running around in a circle, bamboozled, trying to fight somebody, not knowing who you're going to fight, trying to get your point across and not getting it, not nobody listening to you. And then when you think you finally found that person, and you're going to try to get your point to that person, only to realize it ain't that person. That person can't do shit. That person can't do shit. Because it's not a person you're fighting against. Know your enemy. That's why in the military, they don't just go tell them, no, they sit back behind, they sit back and they strategize. Okay, what's the longitude, latitude? They strategize. They don't just go attacking, they know what the fucking enemy is, they see him over there. They know, but you don't go attacking anything straight on. You got to think about it the same way. They don't go attacking. The enemy standing right there. You can see them. They got the binoculars. They over there looking. They can see them moving around. Straight course would be to go through them. And they don't. Why? Because that's not how you do it. That's not how you attack an enemy. You have to be smart. You have to figure. Study them. Exactly what I'm saying. Study them. See them move. See who supported them. Exactly what I'm saying. See where they got stuff coming in. Who's supporting them? That's what all the surveillance for. That's why they do. They want to see who's supporting them. How do we cut off the support? That's why in the military, a lot of things is cutting off the support, cutting off the support, cutting off the support to Al-Qaeda, cutting off the support, cutting off the support. And the same thing applies with whatever it is you want when you're up against a system or even a person who hinders you in any way, stands between you and that which you are trying to accomplish. That is your enemy. Not trying to put somebody in a place that you feel understands what your situation is and thinking that that person is going to help you accomplish that. They can't and they won't, because that person also is going to be going up against that person, that corporation. And if that corporation, the way politics runs now, if that corporation decides to throw enough money at that person is going to go against you too, even if you voted for him, even if you felt like they were the person. That has been how it's been. And those corporations know it. They know if those lobbies go in there and throw enough money out there, I will back every pet project you got. Wait, you want to build a bridge in your hometown with your name on it? We'll build a bridge with your name on it. Done. Anyway, $5 million? Done. They do all of that shit and they start to slowly break down the people that you thought were going to help you. Because that's why. People are afraid, we ain't going after a person, we're going after an institution. We're going to go after the money flow. We're going to go after cutting the flow of energy that they got. All of that's the same thing as the money. If you start to follow the money trail of these politicians, if you start to go after the supporters of the politicians who support you and your agenda, or whatever you think your agenda is, then that's how you get your agenda. But if you're going out saying, I like this one, I support with this one, she support me, I hate him, I can't stand that one. Oh no, he ain't got nothing to do with my agenda. Now, the person who supports this one financially is, I'm just going to pick a name, blank shoes. The person who supports the one you hate is A1 shoes. You don't know. Your dumb ass walked right past this shoe company and I'm going to A1 shoes. And you go out and you buy all these A1 shoes because you A1 got best shoes. And you don't know that they're the ones who's supporting this guy who you hate so much and spending money to defeat the person that you do like. And you're helping them. That's why it is so important to do your research. You could be actually supporting the person that you're trying to fight. Damn, that's some heavy shit. But anyway, all right, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stop now because I could keep going with this heavy shit. But I don't want to get into it too deep. But that my whole point was we got to start to clarify the black agenda. Stop running around screaming black agenda, and don't know what the fuck you talking about a black agenda. We don't know who gonna best help us get our black agenda. Ain't no one's going to help you get shit. If the black folks don't determine the black agenda, figure out the black agenda, determine who's blocking the black agenda. It has nothing to do whatsoever with who's going to help you achieve the black agenda. Throw that shit out the window. It is about who's keeping you from having or accomplishing, or who has been keeping you from accomplishing any form of agenda that you've had in place. Because the same people who, if there is a black agenda now, the same issues here, they were here, and they were here. They're still there. No one's figured them out. No one's done anything. You know why? Because no one's attacked the tumor. No one's attacked the money, the funnelers to these dirty, crooked politicians who really don't care. They'll tell you all of this shit during watch one election time. Everybody's going to tell you everything they want to do, everything they want to do, everything they're going to do, everything they thinking about do. That's what I'm about. I swear to God, I'm gonna move this bridge. I'm gonna clean up the toilet. All of this shit, they're gonna tell you everything they think you want to hear and get there and do nothing because they can't. They can't do nothing because this institution is already built. You're not gonna go down there and break down some wall. Hey, now go, what are you doing in here? I know I'm a congressman. I want to make some change. Change your ass and get in your office. That's how it goes. Nothing changes in Washington as long as the life force of Washington, which is the money fundlers, which are the lobbyists, which are the illegal corporations, which is the most vile, disgusting pharmaceutical company, who Trump's always talking about drugs this, drugs that, drugs this. More people have died from the pharmaceutical companies, and they're so afraid of them. They're so freaking afraid of them. They're afraid of them. And listen to me, that's who we need to boycott. Pharmaceuticals own more things than just the pharmaceuticals. Now, I know people say, well, medical, you got to have them. Listen, you need to go start. I don't give a damn how you need to get them. You need to go to Canada, other places, whatever you need to do. You need to find alternatives. You need to do anything but keep giving these pharmaceutical companies billions and billions and billions of dollars just so they can keep fucking you. It makes no sense. And until you realize exactly who you're up against, I promise you, you're spinning your wheels talking about a black agenda, a black agenda, a black agenda. Your black agenda will mean nothing. To me, the black agenda must be everybody coming together with a purpose and united for a cause. That's what the whole thing about the civil rights was. They were united for one thing, equal rights. One goal, everybody united, same principle. If our goal is united, principle of our goal is to choke off and to stop the funnel of money to politicians who don't support our agenda. If that is the sole goal, we will accomplish, because everybody will be determined to that one point. Hey, listen, are you going here? No, don't go there. It's part of the corporation. Oh, no, it is? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that was one of their businesses. Yes. Go to blackunited.com. They listed them all right now. Yes, that's a part of theirs. Oh, good. Thank you for telling me. I'm going to go somewhere else tonight. Boom. See, if we create a movement, a whole movement behind this, they will have to listen to us. They will have to address these issues. So until you're doing that, fuck your black agenda.